Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Season 2, Episode 44 with me, Sid, and this is, even though this is a clear run, because there's literally nothing in my way, this is actually harder than it looks. I'm steering kind of backwards. So, I looked at the various things we've got to do around the place, and I decided while it is summer and the weather is good and the foraging is good, we should take advantage and try and explore a little bit more. It's not working what we know. Yeah, try and explore a little bit more. And we get myself back over here. I'm kind of heading for... I think we'll try and get down to as far as we can on the boat, because it's a damn sight faster than walking. And yeah, I saw shared that one of the devs of Vintage Story had been doodling a boat rather than a raft. Confirmation that there is a boat coming in 1. Whatever the next version is, 1.2.0? Probably not. But it'd be interesting if there was, wouldn't it? A little bit of boating rather than rafting could be a proper good little wheeze. But yeah, so we've kind of come down this way before, and I think we filled up on stuff as we were down here, so I wanted to try and get a little bit further, see what was going on, what's in the neighbourhood. Because no. No. Alright, what's pick up then? Nope, it's not doing that. I'll put you down anyway. Thank you. Got a bit of from my keyboard has got an alternate Mac mode, which means basically the Windows key is the Alt and the Windows are updated, reversed, spun around, switched, and it throws me out whenever it just catches over. I think what happens, well, I know what happened this time, and what happened this time was my one of my cats stood on the hello Pears, on the keyboard and managed to do, I don't know what it is about cats and keyboards, but you give them right, so you can write. Okay, that's interesting. You don't need to. I've been breaking them on the Rusty Gear server, and I got the comment saying I don't need to. I can just right click them. So yeah, the answer is yes, you can. You just need to be patient and let the thing go. Right, where are we? We are here. So what have we opened up, if anything? Not sure whether I've been to that little ruin there. Doesn't ring a bell. Not seeing anything particularly hopeful over there. I am going to try and backtrack a bit to that ruin. I am also going to be burying for my life. Berry picking, that is, not burying things in the ground. Because I would like to get more of the syrups and things for my kitchen, because that would be a good thing. There's no point not taking these, and we can nibble on the incidental bits and pieces that we pick up as we go. And grab the seeds as well. Just makes sense. Now, where was that? I've lost myself. Oh, it's over there. Okay. I've probably seen this, but you know what? For the sake of walking that way, for the sake of walking over to another ruin that I definitely... it's a farming vessel. Probably got got cabbage. Not bothered about the reeds particularly. Stone bricks, I can get those easy enough. I think I can, I've got the... Do I have the quarry? Maybe I don't. Maybe I should have. I do like that mod. Certain mods that I'm playing with on the server are definitely coming my way in the form of becoming staple mods for me. Scrap spear, improvised body armor, some sticks maybe. I'm not really worried about the scrap blade. I'm not that desperate. I would actually like that if I could. Oh, you are going to give me... Okay, that's fine. Hide the rest. Don't want to know about it. Right. Yes. So there's a little ruin over there. Not massive. Certainly nothing to get massively excited about, I think. But we let the... but I've definitely not done it because there's a couple of rusty gears there. A couple more there. Oh, hello. Hunters will take it for now. That's going down to a dungeon. Okay. How brave am I feeling? I'm brave enough to have a look. Maybe not brave enough to stay down here. So it doesn't seem as deep as maybe it is. Maybe it's down quite. Again, I'm wearing leather armor. I'm better equipped than I. Oh no! Swordblade locust. I need better armor still. I also need to be equipped for a shield and for things. But again, I've labelled this up. It's now labelled as having the correct thing, so we can come back and do it as a later day. This is more about exploring and covering ground for me. I'm sticking to that excuse. No amount of anything is going to get me to abandon that excuse. Right, so from here, where am I and what have we got? That was borax. That was just gravel. I don't think there was anything interesting at all. Not seeing anything that way. Let's head south a bit then. See what we can find. Apparently. Yeah. I doubt there's anything. There's a little bit of me that's like I should go down there. Ow. We'll have a peek. Because we can. Just a chicken. And I suppose we'd better cut these up. I have a habit, and it's a bad habit, I must admit, of not looting my kills. And that's because I find, in all honesty, the loot from drifters is abysmal. So as a result, I'd rather spend the time searching for better loot than looting drifters, and as a result, I think I probably miss a few bits and pieces. But still, we'll keep on moving, and it's starting to get a little bit dark, so we probably want to find somewhere to set our bed down. I prefer a little bit of height, but I also prefer a little bit of red currant. Num 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 num. Hang on. Not heard. No, don't tempt it. Don't tempt it. You know what I was going to say. I'm not going to say any more, because if I say it, it'll happen. So I'm not going to say it. Yeah. So let me just get myself settled. I mean, it's still quite light. Not seeing anything significant. And it's not showing anything significant, which is in itself kind of significant, I suppose. We'll move over to the next hilltop if we can. I do like to keep height. If you've got height, you can see things before they become a problem. And given my job and what I do for a living and the project management aspects of it, most of what I do is looking to the future and trying to see things that are becoming a problem, so I'm aware of them before they are a problem. And as a technique, it usually works fairly well for me, so I don't see no reason why not to apply it to gaming. You know, if it works in life, it will probably work in gaming. Could do with some more Terra Preta as well, actually. But we're really not seeing much in the way of fun things. I thought that was I thought that was a different rock, or maybe a ruin just right near the surface, but no, it's just a shift to chert, if I'm any judge. There's fire clay down there, probably worth marking. Let's have a quick peek at the map again. Don't think that's anything, but it might be worthwhile investigating. Don't think that's anything, but again, it might be. I think it's just gravel. Yeah, and not seeing much going on down there. So that is another grave though, so we could head down there in the morning. Right now I want to pop down my bed. 9 o'clock, that gives me 9:30, so yeah, that should be fine. And we'll head down in the morning, and we'll I should have eaten before I idiot. Suppose we can always wake up a little bit early, like now. And pop you away, and what shall we eat? 23.5 hours left on that. Plenty of those, and those have got some. And that pie is very filling indeed. Right, let's head down and see what we can find down here. I do love this game. If just I could spend hours just walking around, and I definitely want to try and come up with a field mushrooms. They're probably okay to eat, but I'm wary of mushrooms. My one death on the Rusty Gear server was at the hand of a mushroom which I inadvertently ate. That's how you explain it. I inadvertently ate a mushroom by accident. I didn't sit there and go, oh, mushroom, and eat it and then just immediately drop dead. No, that is not what happened. Okay, it is. Fortunately, it didn't happen on camera, so no one's got any evidence. Yeah, that greystone, let's get down there. And we can mark on this fire clay while we're here. Fire clay. There we go. Save. It might have been a chicken, of course. It might not have been a grave. All I could see was something white down here that it looked out of place. And I think it was, in fact, a chicken. Outsmarted by a chuck. Well, that just takes a biscuit, doesn't it? I'm going to continue walking a wee while and we'll see what else we find, and I'll be back with you in a mo. I didn't get far. There's a wolf. I thought I saw another one, but I can't. Yes, I did. So there's 2 wolves. Right. Come on, Wolfie. I'm going to take my chance. There's only 2. Oh, shame it went over there. The only 2 that I know of. If I had that bow, then and there's pears down there. I would like those pears. I'm going to have to put my man pants on at some point and have a go. Sorry, I thought I heard. And they're still heading that way. Let's try and get a different perspective on them. I mean, it would be cool, you know, if you had the hunting techniques in this. So, you know, that not only did the wind have, you know, there's a strong wind. There's a strong wind and maybe those wolves are not, if I'm careful, maybe those wolves will not be as much trouble as I think they're going to be. Because that was relatively, I use the word relatively easy. I'm still pooping myself. But, yeah, so maybe I should go and 0.4 days. Right, do I hover around for 0.4 days and harvest? I mean, it would seem sensible. Could even get some cuttings of that one. Perhaps, and have a go at getting myself some pear trees. I think I will. I'm just going to hover around this area. I'll just have a little poke around and I'll be back in a moment. And the ripe. So we'll get those. I don't know how long they'll last, but I don't know whether this tree has got any cutting. I don't think it has. It's not got any branches on it for me to harvest, which is a shame. Or at least I don't think it has anyway. Looking up there, I know is nothing. No, we're doomed. We're doomed. I tell you, doomed. However, right, from here, where to go? That looks quite gnarly. Whereas that looks quite smooth sailing. So I'm inclined to head that direction. Because of course we're just going to port back at the end of this. We're not doing it. And I may, depending on how brave I'm feeling, although if I don't do it this episode, I will do it next episode, is start taking on our wolf infestation problem around the base, although I'm fairly certain we have more than 2. So we may need to get tactical. Which is like tactical, but, you know, not as hip. Pigoos. Yeah, I'm not worried about a little bit of grain. I would prefer to find something super interesting. I was about to say, come on game, give me something super interesting, but that also sounds very, very much like Tempting Fate to me. What are you? You're more cranberries. Let's have a look. We're here. That looks peculiar, although I don't think it's anything. I've been caught out by things like that before. And it's just the map rendering something as slightly more geographic than it really is. Geographic? Geometric. It's been a long day. I'm allowed to get the odd word wrong, aren't I? Yeah, I am honest. So, however, that is a ruin. That's definitely something we could go and have a little peek at. There's some more fire clay there. Where am I? So I'm here, that must be down. That's close to that. Let's just go and mark these clays. And head over to that ruin there. I'm fairly certain that will have a translocator as well. And I may actually invest some... Right, here we go. We've got this is blue clay. And then that over there is red clay. Both of which are very useful to have marked, because I've had this game before where I thought I had everything I needed, and then you end up you know, in trouble because you haven't. Save. Right, what have we got then, apart from some berries? Out of all of them? Looks like it. Cave over there. Right, so if we look at the map, I'm here. That is the bit with the geometric shape in it, which I'm fairly certain when we get there will not be anything particularly geometric. But it may surprise me. But it hasn't. It is just the way the light is, or the line is drawn on the map. It's ever so funny. Because you would be forgiven swearing blind that there's a structure there. But there really isn't. It's weird how that works. Right, let's have a look at this ruin and Yeah, we'll use those as forage. They've only got 1.1 day each either. Parsnips, okay, we'll have you. Just because another dungeon. Joy. Alright, well, we can mark it. I've definitely got some adventuring to do, haven't I, at some point in the not too distant future, or some point in the distant future if I have my way. Because I have. That one we must have done, because I think that's where we came from. I'll take the thingy. We'll have those few gears. I don't feel like there's anything else here, although everything down is down. So from here, what do I want to do? I would like to head that direction, because I think over there is bauxite, and having a nice supply of bauxite marked on the map would be very, very, very useful. Oh, them bunnies are cute. That is bauxite. Oh, that's Terra Preta as well. Well, it'd be wrong not to have it. Wow, it's a lot, actually. It is a lot of Terra Preta, so I'm not going to complain. I get the impression that this might be Terra Preta as well. We'll get the edge ones after we've got all of the other bits and pieces, and I'm probably going to have to go and do a little bit of inventory management as well in a minute, because I'm sure I'm getting full. Wow, this was a big patch. Totally worthwhile coming out. Oh, there's even more. It's never ending. What do we get from that? Wow, stack and a half. That was good. That was a good find. Right, let's remember that I'm on Control key on here and not Alt, as we keep getting that, all of that, maybe that, those perhaps. Yeah, that'll do. I've pressed the wrong button again. Doesn't matter. There we go. Right, let's go and have a look at this bauxite, and then we can get something marked on the thing. We'll see if we get any other interesting items other than the bauxite, and well, I will see you either when something interesting happens or when we get over to that. Back in a mo. Alright, so this is your bauxite. There's a ruin over there, but there's something over there which is also a ruin, blending in with the bauxite there. Because this is a desert, it is going to be handy for potentially a lot of resources, because they tend to be easier to spot the nuggets on the top. I'm going to continue eating those. These are usually less useful in terms of the loot you'll find. But that doesn't mean to say you don't find any, such as chains, which are always nice for decorative stuff. There's even more up there, look. I don't know what they were chaining in this church. Probably the bell tower or something, at a guess. Bit of broken something there. And there's all the glass, which is always nice. I'm not entirely sure whether you sometimes find some stuff buried beneath these, so it's probably worth while just checking the odd bit. But generally speaking, not the biggest or most useful ruin, but still, it's free glass. I'm not going to bother with that. I would bother on the gears, but you know, I don't have a shop on this one called One Man's Trash, do I? The candle stubs, if we can get them, I'll have them. Yeah, there you go. Nice little decorative nugget. Do I want an old tool rack? It's not coming off with. I don't think that is a function. Yeah, it's not a functional tool rack. Food, that's just going to be. Or seeds. Soybean seeds, lovely. That makes it worthwhile. So it's just the rest of the glass for this, and then we'll head across and have a look at that other ruin. Which, oh, can I get? You're broken. If you were the intact wood glass vessel, you might have been worthwhile. See that, if I can get it, yes, is a nice decorative item. It's an abacus, and it's intact. We'll mark you. You are a ruin and you're done. There you go. Anything else interesting that direction? Not that I can see, so we'll head over to that ruin and then we'll probably head back. But we'll have a little look around this area. But knowing there's bauxite down here, and I have pinned bauxite on as a sticky, as a pinned icon, because we don't need it now, but we will need it later. It was an absolute devil to find on the server, so I think we had to go several thousand blocks to find a meaningful bauxite reserve. They bury some people with some peculiar stuff around here. There you go. Gonna bury you with your hammer mold because you love that hammer mold so much in your life. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? But still, not been a bad little outing. We've picked up a few bits. No, that's nothing. A few bits and pieces. We found another small ruin. That doesn't feel. Oh, it's got the rotten beams. I don't want any rotten beams for any builds I'm doing, but that's quite a nice little featurette. Hup. 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 Yeah, it's a translocator, isn't it? Is it? Maybe it's not. I don't think... I'm not that actually that bothered. I don't know why I went for that. I'm not that bothered about it. We'll take the copper shears. We'll take the gears. We'll take the fire bricks, because they will definitely be handy. Can I unbrick those? Can saw the slabs. Yeah, we can saw them down to get bricks out of them if I want to. That's interesting. Not bothered about... Ow! I walked into that even when I could see it. Would like that if I can get it. Damn it. It like knew, didn't it? It went, yeah, you might want that, but you're not having it. I am surprised. I genuinely expected this. Not particularly useful. Seed. Ow. Yeah, I saw that one coming. What is that? Sticks and flint. Yeah, really not a huge amount in that one. But again, we'll mark it because we can. And it's, you know, a journal entry in our progress around the world. And I think at that we are going to head back. I am going to need to make another one of these. That's got one more use in it at least, so, but I am going to need another one at some point. You are strong tannin. You are hide, which will go into strong tannin. And you are more leather. Excellent. Right. I need to put some stuff away. I also just need to process up these berries, so I'm going to quickly do that while I check how long I've been recording, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Alright, I have been recording for about 37 minutes, so we are just in the process of making myself some more bottles because, yeah, running low. I have put this in here now. Apparently that should form vinegar. If you look at a red, I haven't got any red currants to hand. We can always, where are you? You are done, so let's get you and take that off the boil. Pop you down, no, pop you down, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pop that up there, grab you, pop you back on there, pop that back in, grab a bucket. I've got 20 litres of cranberry juice left in there. I've left the pears. The pears actually have got God damn it. Where's my bucket gone? Somehow I didn't get, oh damn it, I didn't get the full amount, so I can only do 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we take you and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leaves me with some stuff. Pears are in there. Pears, 39 days of those for us to keep fresh. but we're going to do a load of those as pear juice, because why not? Alright, let that do. So looking at this, if you vinegar portion, you can do it by mixing in a barrel. Just 3 will make 1 litre, so you just leave them in a barrel. Doesn't say, you can't seal them. 3 will make 1. Hang on a second. Question is, do I need to put this in the cellar to keep it fresh long enough? Because it might not. We'll pop them down there anyway. It can't hurt, although I need an empty vessel, so I can pop you down there. That should make vinegar, which means I can pickle things, I hope. In the meantime, I'll dump you there for now. That is still hobbly bubbling. You do need some more fuel, however. Need to go out and dig some more peat from somewhere. That's my pears. And I'm just going to do 2 things of these, which will be 20, which is enough for 5 pear syrups. I think that sounds ideal. So yeah, in terms of where we are, making steady progress and learning a little bit about this cooking mod which we have, and I mean, it must be, you know, well, I know it's good because I've seen the stuff that Candy's turning out on the server, and whilst we haven't got the resources that we have on the server yet, this is a big yet, put one of those away, keep 10 of them because I'll need them. That's 10 litres, lovely, in you go, and presumably you could turn that into like a perry or something, but there's dehydrated pear, which will need to go and dry out while that cooks. And next episode, I think we'll do some work around the place, and I need to put another field in with Terra Preta at the very least. I think I'm going to struggle. Should 0.25. I mean, that's got a huge little shelf life on it, just from being squished. That's cranberry juice, which should curable in 6.7 days. We've got the wine, 30 litres. We'll turn it to 30 litres of vinegar after 14 days of sealing. Do I need more vinegar, or do I just want to go and bottle that? That's a big question. It's a big question. The other thing I do need to do is I need a bigger cellar. This is going to be too small. I think I'm going to put a cellar in underneath here. Because I've got enough room for a double, I think. We'll probably access it from outside, maybe from a stairwell down at this side down. And ignore that piece of meat, threw it away, didn't want it. But yeah, so on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.